This is 100 Days on a Plane in the Natural Disasters Apocalypse. I ended up in a world where natural disasters constantly take place. Tornadoes, tsunamis, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, and much more. Our home is an abandoned airport, which we can improve to defend ourselves against this apocalypse. We'll be able to assemble and repair planes as well as fly them. Abandoned airfields are scattered all over the map, between which I can travel and explore new locations, and sometimes even very scary ones. I am Zeman. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, do it right now. Well, let's go. Day 1. I showed up in an abandoned airport that was now my new home. On this territory, at least there was a runway, as well as a hangar, a main building, and a control room. To begin with, I was going to study all of these structures. Where am I? Look, there's some weird monsters already. And there's a plane, look, and some kind of message. Wow. Let's try to get to the plane first. I see an abandoned hangar. To open the hangar, you need 32 iron, 1 diamond, and some other weird English word. For this survival, a special mod was written that allows me to add many new features. For example, the same hangar. We cannot go inside it until we collect the necessary resources for its opening, since the hangar itself is located behind barrier blocks. There are many activities throughout the airport. We can either open doors or some abilities that can help us fight against the elements as well as monsters. And we can activate some activities at our airport only by the end of survival. Oh my god! Hello, sir! Okay, I gotta run. Having discovered new places as well as some new mobs, I finally began to get wood to make my first crafting table in this survival. Okay guys, I like this. You definitely won't touch me. Wait, is that an Enderman? What is that? What world did I end up in? Having quickly obtained wood, I made myself a workbench as well as a pickaxe. I began to mine cobblestone and decided to get resources for the first tools. And then I returned back to the airport. Okay, 3 weird mutants of some kind. Pow, pow, nice. After dealing with the monsters, I decided to go explore the main building of the airport in the hope of finding some food. Yeah, the airport looks a bit creepy to be honest. Okay, there's a torch, great. It's so overgrown. I'll have to clean everything here. So, what is that there? Mysterious cellar. To open the cellar, you need 15 ancient debris and a voodoo doll. What's that all about? I'm so curious. Yes, the airport was very dark and scary, but I didn't see monsters in it. But on the contrary, I quickly found useful loot in the boxes. For example, some food, as well as parts of the plane. Another chest? Demonic hoe? Diamond hoe on the first day of survival? There's a waiting room here where people were waiting for their flight. So, how do I get there? Oh, come on! The whole airport was a bit like a maze. I found a gap that led to the second floor of some airport hotel, and through it, I could easily get into the second part of the building. After looting a couple rooms, I even found iron, and most importantly, some food. I was very happy. Look, some kind of seed and another engine. The skeleton over here does look a bit scary. Closed room. To open the room, you need a crowbar. I definitely haven't explored all the places in this seemingly small airport, so I really think that the airport can be explored to the very end of survival. Another box, cookies, redstone, something else, and 3 wheels. I think that's for the plane too. Oh wait, I'm gonna sneeze. I won't sneeze. The first day was coming to an end. I decided to spend the night in one of the living rooms. There was even a bed there. Day number 2. Today, I wanted to continue exploring the airport and everything around it. And on this day, I was in for a big surprise. New day. First of all, let's plant a tree over here. Bumps. Oh my god, what is that? Oh, whoa. Yeah, I had to be really careful because one more blow and survival would have ended right now. After looting the building, I found a revolver and some ammo, but when I got outside, the monster was already gone. So, look, there's some kind of radio tower here. Oh, this is the control room. To open it, you need to find the key to the control room. Understood. I guess I can't go in here. After dealing with the monster that attacked me, I looked around and saw something frightening. It was at the end of the runway. This is the Red Abyss. These biomes will appear throughout the survival near our airport, and not only. The more chunks around these biomes there are, the more monsters will spawn. My team didn't tell me if I could somehow destroy these biomes, so I'll have to find the answer by myself. And apparently, this abyss had some kind of cave, and I'm really scared to go in there. Well, if we don't know what it is, we'll just run away. So I went to go get some wood. Today is the second day, and I had to make the frame of my first house. I didn't particularly want to live in the airport because there are different scary things happening and all. And plus, I don't know what this airport is capable of. But besides the abyss, there was something else about that day that made me really tense. Suddenly, it started to rain and and strange clouds began to appear in the sky. Wait, what is it? Look at that! Okay, I realize that it's raining now and a very strong wind has started. I really hope that a hurricane doesn't form here now because everything looks really scary. Despite the weather conditions, I still began to make the frame of my house and everything seemed to be fine at first until suddenly the first tornadoes began forming in the sky. And this is where it gets really scary. Wait! A really huge hurricane is actually forming! I really hope this is gonna be over soon. And here it is, the highlight of this survival. We are all powerless in the face of the elements, and if a hurricane suddenly formed, nothing would be left of my house. But fortunately, this did not happen today. The rain ended, by the way, although there was still a strong wind. Some monster came to visit my house, which I dealt with. And the day came to an end. The third day, and today it was sunny, and the strong wind has stopped. The plan was to finish my first house today, so the first thing I did was to go get some sand to make some glass. I don't really need much sand, so I think a stack is enough. On the way home, I noticed a tower which I decided to loot. I really hoped there would be some food. And yes, I was very lucky. In this tower, I was able to find food. And it was very tasty. Another chest! Oh, food! Dodo pizza! Let's go! The day was coming to an end, so I decided to return home. I had to start cooking the sand so that tomorrow I'll be able to get some glass and finish my house. The entirety of day 4, I was busy with the house, making windows, the roof. In general, I tried to finish it to the maximum today, but I wasn't able to do that. I think the house was already looking pretty nice. The main task I made myself today is to open the same hangar. And to do that, I need to mine a lot of resources in a cave. So on day 5, I prepared as much as possible and went to look for the nearest cave. It turns out that the caves in this world are pretty unusual. They're kind of like tunnels, which was quite weird, but I was able to get a lot of resources there. Emeralds! Oh my god! Jesus, look how deep we can still go. Oh, a diamond! Let's go! I found diamonds! I wonder if it's only one. One diamond? Seriously? As a result, I mined a lot of resources and it made me very happy. I spent the entire day in the cave. Day 6 was pretty full of events. So, today I gathered everything I need to open this abandoned hangar right here. So, what do I need to do? Just lick it or something? Oh! Look, they left me this key. All these items were taken away from me and the barriers are gone now. Awesome! Wow, now look at this thing. This is actually a real plane. It even says Zeman over here. Oh my god. To begin with, I think we need to tidy up a little. Hooray, we unlocked the first lock in this survival. Now I can safely move around and break blocks in this hangar without any restrictions. As you can see, the first thing I wanted to do is to tidy up a little bit because everything was very overgrown. Okay guys, I cleaned up to the best of my abilities. Here of course there's still a lot to work on, but I think I restored most of it. At one point I remembered that I was collecting parts for the aircraft, and it turns out that I can assemble it. Why not try? Okay, I think I can place the chair here. Oh, I placed it. I can add 2 more. 1, 2, and... Wait, hold on. Awesome, I have 3 chairs now. But what's the point if I'm alone in this survival? So, of course, I need to put the plane on its wheels. Oh, second is ready. Third is ready. Now that's more like it. So we have 2 engines that would need to be placed here and here. That's it. We assembled the plane, I think. I wouldn't be Zeman if I hadn't tried to make a test flight in the evening. Having dealt with the control panel for a while, I finally figured out how to turn on the engines, and I began taxiing to the runway. Alright, I just need to turn on the lane and give it full power. Okay, like the vid so I can do it. Come on, right now I just need to take off. Just to take off. Wait, oh my god, I'm flying. Guys, we took off, I'm flying. Wow, look at how beautiful it is up here. We climbed above the clouds, look. That was incredible. The first flight on a plane in Minecraft survival of the 100 days in a natural disasters apocalypse. So friends, right now, all I need to do is land the plane. Okay, let's drop the speed. I can already see the lane. Let's land. Everything, slow down. Oh, we landed. Oh, let's turn off the engines. Day 7. Today, I decided to go on a short trip to the observatory, which was clearly visible from my base. I've been wanting to go to this observatory for quite some time now, but there was no time. Just in case, I made myself a sword, a shield, and also a helmet. And I already see a monster that wants to attack me right now. I can feel it. Look, it's pretending to be flying nearby. I see you, dude. These flying monsters are actually really sly. As soon as I turned away, they immediately attacked me, but I was smarter. So, next to the bushes, I can already see the first monster. So, let's try not to waste ammo. I hope he must have a sword. Okay, I'll try to kill him with my sword. Oh my god! Jesus, oh my god! I see another one. So, is that it? So, first I'll just clear everything here out of these monsters, then I'll loot it. So, what is this place? Okay. Done. I dealt with the monsters pretty quickly. I broke their nests because they're most likely in the form of spawners or something, and began to explore the chest in search of useful loot. Wow, look at this! Is this some kind of cat face mask? Oh wow! Firstly, it protects me much more than an iron helmet, and secondly, I have this second strip of armor over here. Oh, and also there's a rifle. Nice! Now that's what I'm talking about. I also found another voodoo doll and some food. As far as I remember, this doll must be used to open the same door at the airport. I'll have to check it out later. After testing my rifle, I continued to explore the boxes all the way to the first floor. The interesting thing was that I found two very important notes that you absolutely need to hear. Also, on the ground floor, I found a cool device. It shot webs, and with the help of it, it was possible to slow down absolutely any monster. So look, the books are in order here. Let's read this one first. Day 1. There's an increase in solar activity today. Looks like there'll be a magnetic storm soon. This can lead to serious climate consequences. And the second note? Day 21. The magnetic storm, contrary to expectations, only intensifies. Looks like our world is about to change. A storm greatly affects the Earth's magnetic field. The asteroid was also observed to deviate from its predicted path. It is likely to fall on our planet. Oh my god, what kind of plot is this? Just on day 7, we learned some clues about this world. Because until that moment, I didn't know at all what is happening here. In addition to the fact that natural disasters await me, we still have a plane and our own airport. Now, the history of this world is much more understandable. Let's continue exploring to find new nodes. There was quite a dense forest in this area, which was very good because there are very few trees near the airport. I decided why not get some wood, but suddenly from afar I saw trees that were without any leaves, and what I saw sparked my curiosity. Look, it's some kind of funnel. I see some purple blocks there. Wait, what is this on top? Huh? What is that? Whoa, 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 web shooter, go! I locked myself up. How do I get out? Yeah, in the elemental apocalypse, I have to fight with a minotaur. It was pretty funny, albeit pretty scary. About 5 minutes was enough for me to overcome this minotaur, given that he was constantly regenerating and throwing all sorts of effects at me. Woo! Kittens win! In the middle of the crater, I found a chest containing two interesting items. The first one were these super awesome and beautiful fashionable glasses, and some strange shard that I also took. Oh, they suit me quite well, I think. That's a pretty interesting style. It was getting dark, so it was time to head home. The 8th day, and today we will face the first natural disaster, a tornado. In the morning, I was finishing the roof of my house when suddenly I heard very strange sounds. That was it. Oh my god, what is that? This is a real tornado. Oh my god. And instead of standing on the sidelines and hoping that this would not hit my house, for some reason I became curious and I decided to go closer to this tornado. Thus, I was lifted into the air. This was my biggest mistake. I had no idea how powerful this thing is, and getting out of this tornado is almost impossible. That's it! I'm stuck in a tree, and the main thing is that— No! Basically, for about 5 minutes, I was spinning in this tornado, but I had to get out of it. From the air, I noticed the building and I realized that was my chance. Okay, I just need to hide in this building. I'll just dig down. No. Oh my god, I'm alive. Wow, the hurricane has stopped. I need to go to the top. Oh my god, all the leaves are gone. I feel like this is the lightest natural disaster we could ever experience in this survival. The next one will be even tougher. I didn't loot the building itself and went straight home. The consequences of the tornado, of course, were striking, but at least my house wasn't affected by it. Day 9, and basically my house was ready. Today, I wanted to equip it inside. I made some storage, a separate kitchen, a bedroom, and overall just furnish up the house a little bit. When I finished, I decided to fly my plane for a bit in the morning, because in this survival, I had only flown it once so far. Day number 10 has come, which means that a new fault has appeared near us. Now, even more monsters will spawn around me. Day 13. My team said that the control room was a very important building, but I didn't realize it until I opened it. And it happened in a completely ridiculous way. Until a certain moment, I thought there was only one airport on the map, which is mine. But I was completely very wrong. On the morning of day 13, while returning home, I found quite a lot of wheat seeds and an anvil near the car. And on the way, I just decided to pass by the control room. It turned out that this whole time, the key to the control room was right under my nose near the entrance. Without even thinking, I took the key and of course, opened the door. So yeah, okay, seriously? This place is just a tiny bit overgrown here. I love these glasses so much, I can't. Climbing up to the so-called second floor of the control room, I found a golden apple, a brick, and book and quill. 28th of October. Something strange is happening in the world. Right when my plane took off, an earthquake happened. Where could it possibly come from? Well, of course it's pretty clear. I'm surviving in this apocalyptic Minecraft world. Pretty much anything can happen here. But that wasn't the most interesting part. When I went to the third floor, I found an unremarkable lever, which I of course pulled. I didn't immediately noticed, but a waypoint appeared on my screen, and it said the airport in the mountains. How long did my team work on this map? There's so much going on here, wow. So now I have an anvil, which is just great news, so that we can repair our tools and everything, but I accidentally placed it here. Well, I'll just keep it there. But I wasn't planning to rush to a different airport straight away. On day 14, my first task was to make a wheat farm. Well friends, the very day has come when we'll finally make a farm with you. I should have built it quite a long time ago because I barely have any food. Like, what do I have right now? 2 cookies? Good thing I have a hoe. Using it, I can finally dig everything up here. At the end of the day, I planted all the wheat seeds I had. On the morning of day 14, it was quite windy and it was even raining. But this in no way stopped me from flying to explore the second airport. Just a few minutes later, I was already taking off from the runway. To be honest, I must admit that in real life, I'm quite afraid of flying on airplanes. But I still do it. But in Minecraft, I'm not scared at all. But on the other hand, it is very beautiful, especially with shaders. Wow, look! This seems to be our airport. It's so small, by the way. The airport is in the mountains. It looks so awesome. There's a path under it. So, okay, right now I'll try to land this plane. But this trip is quite short. But I think I should be able to land. Actually, landing a plane in Minecraft is much more difficult than it seems at first glance. Right now, what you see on screen is just an airplane. But at this moment, I'm clicking 8 different buttons at the same time. The landing was successful, despite the fact that from stress, I was pressing all the buttons at the same time. The most important thing is that we stopped and the plane is intact. Look, we finally got to this airport. Hey guys, I think you're lost. I just came to visit, not to attack you. I just gotta make sure not to hit the plane. Oh my god, be careful, you were probably scared. Before I was thinking my plane is my best friend, I had to quickly loot this airport. The main building was small and it was really different from the one we have in our base. But despite this, I found a really cool rare item here. And I think there's not a single chest. Oh, I found one. Oh my god, an assault rifle and a crowbar. And by the way, I think I need a crowbar for something, like to open a door of some kind. I was also super happy that the control room didn't have to be unlocked. You just come in and that's it. The only thing is that there were some weird crabs that kept bothering me, but I quickly dealt with them. In the control room itself, I found a box which contained a helmet, ammo, and some food. From the control room, I noticed some kind of path that led somewhere deep into the forest. So I decided to go there right away. We came here to study and explore everything, so might as well just go there. Along the way, I found some kind of construction site inside the forest. I can actually already see a box from down here. I'm quite curious what might be in it, so I really hope I won't run into any sort of trouble here. There's very little oxygen here, almost like I'm on the Mountain Everest. Okay, I think I got it. There used to be a construction site over here, but the investors broke off and it couldn't be completed. They only left us some boxes over here. In the first box, I found a golden apple, and I tried to climb up for quite a long time because I forgot to take any blocks with me. But it turned out that you can climb the walls of the construction site. Look, I'm just above the clouds. But I'm not gonna say I found good loot, just a hammer and clay. Yeah, that's it. The sun was already going down, and I realized that I had to return home as soon as possible so I wouldn't have to fly at night and not stumble upon all sorts of different monsters. But most of all, I was worried if the runway was long enough for me to take off. Come on, don't let me down! Take off! Come on! Woo! Yes! But I think it was meant to be though. On the next day, first thing I did is to get some wood because my supplies were already running out. And I had an idea to build and expand my base. But that day was not so calm. Because at one moment, my screen just started shaking. My whole screen is shaking and there's this weird sounds. Oh my god, it looks like an earthquake. Okay, it's gone now. Yeah, it was strange, but I wasn't too worried about this. There is so much going on in this world, but when I returned home the same day in the evening, here I went nuts. What is this? What kind of ravine is that? These 100 days are one of the most filled with a number of events that take place in our world. It feels like it has its own life. Apparently, there was an earthquake, and a rift appeared not only at my base, they appeared all over the map. If such things happen already on the 15th day, what will happen next? But of course, I won't just get away from it. This mod can generate completely random events, from tornadoes and tsunamis to the appearance of volcanoes in the most random places, which happened today on day 16. A real volcano appeared not far from my base. Why is there a volcano here? First a tornado, then an earthquake, now a volcano. To be honest, from so many events, you can easily go crazy. The first thing I decided to do was to fly around it on my plane, since I didn't want to come close to it by foot. So guys, I decided to go up right now on my plane, because just look at this. Wait, I think it's even throwing fireballs. This is a complete elemental apocalypse. The first thing that made this survival different from others is that for now, I can't influence it at all. When the volcano finishes erupting, then it will end. It cannot be dismantled or stopped. The same applies to tsunamis, earthquakes, and other natural disasters. Perhaps in the future I'll find a way to influence this, but definitely not for now. Day 17. It seems like the volcano calmed down and stopped scattering its lava everywhere. And in the meantime, I devoted the whole day to my home. I really wanted to improve it. The point was simple. I wanted to make my house divided into two parts, and in the middle there will be a farm, perhaps even a multi-story one in the future. It turned out pretty cool. I decided to go to a cave, and while I was looking for the entrance, I ran through a huge amount of craters caused by the earthquake. I spent the whole day in the cave. It was simply necessary. In addition, I found a mine shaft where I found, attention, watermelon seeds. It was just great news. When I got home the next day, I immediately decided to make a farm, a watermelon farm. We have developed so much. Of course, we left the airport completely overgrown and unexplored, but still, on day 20, I decided to go explore something that had been bothering me for a very long time. Ever since the beginning of survival, something told me that there was something in there. My team definitely made some kind of dungeon there, and now I'm gonna go check it out. To be honest, I was already curious from day one what might be in there. I mean, there wouldn't have been a torn piece of land just for nothing. Oh look, it's just netherrack. This is just normal netherrack. And here we have some unusual monsters though. At first glance, when I entered the cave, there was nothing out of the ordinary. So look, there's these mutants over here. After I finally crafted my own iron armor, these monsters are not as dangerous as they used to be. At the beginning of survival, yeah, but right now, it's pretty easy. But at this point, I was pretty nervous. The first thing I saw is a hole with lava at the bottom, and a boss bar appeared at the top of my screen. And that didn't mean anything good. Look at that, oh my god. As soon as I went down, I immediately stumbled upon some kind of magic knight, which simply didn't let me do any damage to him. After fighting him for about 5 minutes, I won and decided to keep looking around. Okay, I think there's some parkour over here. So they really want to make me jump? Okay, I'm jumping! And this of course is fun, but we had to be careful, because these monsters were everywhere, and they could just throw us into the lava, and this would be the end of survival. So with a keen eye, I calmly completed the parkour, but a new problem appeared. There was absolutely nothing around. I went through this whole cave and found absolutely nothing. Then I thought about how my builders would hide something, and I realized that the skull in the middle is really the best for hiding loot. Look, there's some kind of smoke coming out of the blocks. I mean, I know my team. It was easy to guess that they would hide the chest somewhere over here. So what's in here? A fire starter, 2 golden apples, some super armor, an enchanted book, and a book and quill. So let's try on the armor. Okay, not bad. Fire starter, how does this thing even work? Does it even work at all? I'll check later. Hi Zeman, you still dare to come down here. So for this, you'll receive a hint. You already had to deal with cataclysms, but you didn't fight them in any way. Did you think it's impossible? In this survival, you can still fight the elements, but to find out how, you must explore the world and find the solution yourself, your team. It seems like something was explained to me, and also like nothing was explained. This is purely in the spirit of my team. In the morning, I saw that my watermelons were ripe, and I of course ran to collect them. Though the wheat isn't all ready tried it yet, so I'll pick it up in a few days. Friends, we have a new day. I remembered that I found a crowbar, and with the help of it, I can open something. Wait, was that just lightning? Did you see that? Okay, whatever. With the help of it, I can open something at our airport. Right now, let's go there and at the same time remember that. Here it is, the closed room. To open the room, you need a crowbar. Oh, easy. Okay, nice. So what do we have here? Wow, look, there's another door. Door leading somewhere. Nobody knows how to open it. Brilliant. Nice. And almost immediately, I realized that this is a portal to the Nether. Having collected the Netherwort and looted the chest, where there was a cool axe, I immediately went to look for obsidian. Before that, I made myself a diamond pickaxe. Good thing I went to the cave the other day. The consequences of the volcano left a huge amount of obsidian on the surface. Moreover, sometimes the obsidian even came with diamonds. I collected some obsidian, returned, and activated the portal. Okay, let's light the portal. Woohoo! Okay, nice. Let's see what I can find there. And to be honest, there's nothing special. Just some new blocks, but no apocalyptic buildings or any other dungeons. I collected some bright netherrack and decided to head back home. 22nd day. And today, I decided to clean up the part of the airport where the portal is. All day, I cleaned the leaves, and at night, I made a beautiful descent to our portal. It turned out very cool. 23rd day. I'm 100% sure that there's a lot of places where I could get lost and find some interesting things there. I couldn't think of a better way to get up in a plane and fly around all the surroundings. And it worked. I found at least a few locations. After landing, I immediately went towards the first ones to loot them. The first place was an abandoned university. I quickly looted it and moved on. I found a lot of interesting resources there. So, I think this is some kind of abandoned university. After that, I got to some botanical garden, which looked very nice. But there were some issues with loot though. This is so interesting. Look, there's so many plants growing here. Most importantly, I'll take the sugarcane. And look at this huge water lily. Wow. Yes, the only useful item here was the sugarcane. But it's good because I wanted to make an enchanting table in the near future. I took all the sugarcane and decided to go home because it was getting late. It's day 24 and look at our massive harvest. Look, all the wheat is ripe. Let's get it today! So much food! Who loves to eat? Zeman loves to eat! There was also another secret road leading somewhere, and I never walked along it. So, I found a new location. It was a shelter. Oh, someone's barking! Oh, I understand! This is a shelter! Doggy! I want to tame you. Okay, I need to go get a bone. I think there might be one here. And yes, I managed to find some bones here. Let's tame our dog. Let's be friends. Look, I have bones. Come on, get tamed. Let's go, guys! I'm gonna name you Artyom. Tomich, let's go! Your new home is waiting for you. On day 25, I went to explore the map a little bit more. The only place where I could land besides my own airport was an airport in the mountains. I immediately flew there. By the way, I didn't notice this last time, but there's another plane here that I can activate. This requires 10 gold ingots, 30 iron ingots, and a pumping mechanism. Wait, I think I have it. I'll give it a try later. And just imagine, I'll have one more plane, and this one is green. Okay, I think I'm gonna walk along this path here. Well, it must lead to something. It shouldn't just exist here for no reason. Look, there's some buildings over there. Something tells me that there's a city here. I was looting this abandoned sunken city for the rest of the day, but in the evening, I decided to go back home. But then I didn't know that having come to the city, I activated a new natural disaster, a giant tsunami. On day 25, a real apocalypse has started. A tsunami has appeared. It flooded the whole area as well as my airport. When I entered the map on day 26, I was going to continue shooting. The map took a very long time to load, and when it finally did, I realized that I was underwater. Come on, faster, faster, faster! I have 2 HP left! 2 HP! Yeah, and some monster attacked me right away! Half HP left! Okay, come on! Why does every episode just start with some weird battlefield? Is this survival on one block in the ocean? As you may have noticed, global changes have taken place on the map. In addition to the fact that our airport with a plane is somewhere deep underwater, various dungeons have now appeared on the surface in the form of debris. For example, I can loot them and find useful things in there. And this is exactly what I decided to do at the beginning of day 28. All my things were left in the storage unit underwater at the airport, so I had to at least get some wood. Okay friends, there's a small problem. I tried to get some wood here, but it turned out that they're made of slabs. Ugh. On the horizon, I saw a floating tree and decided to go to it. Having obtained the tree, I made a workbench and crafted a boat for myself. I began to slowly loot all the islands around. I managed to find some interesting things. For example, a sponge and medieval armor. In the evening, I remembered that there's a second airport which is located in the mountains, where there is also an undiscovered aircraft. So I decided to take my boat and go there straight away. Land, guys! I see land! Woohoo! And here's our salvation, the same airport from the first episode. Let's dock somewhere around here for now. Oh, thanks boat, stay here. Guys, I can't believe it, I'm finally on the ground. Arriving at my new airport, the first thing I decided to check was to see how much I need to open the plane. And for this, I really need so many resources. As you can see, the airport is located in the mountains, which is just perfect for us, because it was not flooded at all. In the evening, the first thing I decided to do was to settle down a little bit to wait out the night. It feels like everything had to be done again, because I didn't even have iron. For how many days have I survived in this apocalypse? And here I am again, gathering cobblestone for stone tools. Here it is, a natural disasters apocalypse. Having acquired some wood, the same evening I decided to restore at least the first floor in the airport. I didn't even notice that this day was already coming to an end. New day. I thought it would be the right to set ourselves some goals for the near future. To equip a second base, explore the areas around, and also drain the main airport so I can safely get to the warehouse, fly there, and complete various challenges. In the morning, I noticed that after the tsunami, the map really changed. In any case, a huge number of all sorts of interesting dungeons appeared all around, which I began to explore straight away. Look, oh my god, there's so many dungeons here. And most importantly, dangerous flying mobs are also here. To get there faster, I made myself another boat and swam to the nearest buildings. Look, there's also something abandoned on that island. Okay, first I'll study everything that's on the water and then I'll go inside. The first building on the way was some old tower. At the top there was a box with some strange sword that dealt 4 damage. 4 damage? What's the point of this thing? The adventures did not end there, because some kind of worm jumped out at me. No, well, what can I call it? I don't even know what else I can call it. Approaching the second building, I was immediately attacked by flying dragons. Piranhas! There's still piranhas around me! Ah! Having looted at first glance the small building, I decided to go under the water just to see how big it actually is. Wow! Look at how big this thing actually is. Oh, you again, you green mutant. Having looted a huge number of dungeons on the water, I went to the neighboring island. Although before it was a massive mountain. I really hope that there will be no unforeseen adventures, because I had enough of them by now. Look, some abandoned columns. Looks really apocalyptic. On the way, I saw monsters and I realized that completely new monsters are now appearing. Distinguishable from those who were in the first episode. Although they're also present. Wow, look, what is this? In the first box inside the ruins, I found a very interesting item that instantly added a new airport marker to the game. Having looted the remaining ruins, as well as a small warehouse on a hill, I decided to go home because it was already getting dark. Morning of day 28. And by the way, here are the main things that I managed to find yesterday. As you can see, we have potatoes, some watermelon, and carrots here. This means that today we'll make a farm. And also, I'll begin to build our second base. First of all, I slightly leveled the territory for the farm, and also leveled our path, which leads deep into this, so to speak, island. In the second part of the day, I decided to make the farm. Because you know, our last farm is now underwater. I decided to make a 3-story farm. The first floor was the largest. There, I planted some carrots, potatoes, and some wheat. On the second floor, I wanted to grow watermelon. Day 29 began with cleaning. I cleaned the roof of our airport because it was full of leaves. And well, I tidied up the whole place so everything was neat, well groomed, and beautiful. It turned out pretty cool. In the evening, I decided to go to a cave for some iron and gold to open our hangar with a plane as soon as possible. I was down in the caves until morning. Good morning, friends. Well, I have all 3 components to open our abandoned hangar and finally get to this green airplane. Okay, jokes aside, let's click. Oh, great, guys! Woohoo! This is our new plane, but there's only one problem. I think I need to assemble it because there's no engine and even no chassis. So here we have some cookies, a golden apple, not bad. So what do we have here? Box? Oh my god, let's go! Okay, I'll try to fit this all in the plane. Literally just in 2 minutes, I assembled the whole plane. But there's one more thing left. Wait! Where's the propeller? No one knew, not even me, since I'm alone in this world. I went all over the airport and found absolutely no boxes. I returned back to the hangar to clear some of the leaves, when suddenly I noticed one more box in the back. Wait a minute, this box was here all along. Come on, here's the propellers and even the key. And I ran around the entire airport to look for it. This is of course an unexpected twist. Let's put it on. Oh, here we go. It immediately looks like a plane now. And now it's finally time to return to the most important vehicle in this survival. This is of course our favorite plane. On the evening of day 29, I decided to take it for a small flight. Incredible, guys, we're flying again. In terms of handling, this aircraft of course is not as maneuverable as the previous one though. Look, I can see the entire bottom of the ocean from here. All the trees that were flooded. Look, I can even see our flooded airport through the water. I don't know if you can see it or not though. Okay, alright, we can't land here for now, so I'll go back. Since I was already in the air, I thought that this evening it would be a good idea to fly off and at least see what kind of volcanic airport I can find. The same one with the label which appeared on the map just recently. So guys, I see something. Look, where are we right now? Overall, the location seemed scorched and deserted. There were lava lakes around and this atmosphere was not very pleasant. It was already getting dark, so it was not safe to land at this airport. I decided to return here on day 30. Look at how many carrots and potatoes we have. Now this is what I call a real farm. Despite the important date, on day 30, everything was calm. In the morning, I decided to harvest the entire crop from my new farm. And it turned out so cool and I was really happy. I even collected some watermelons. Without even thinking twice, I started the engine and decided to go to the new airport to make my first landing there. Alright guys, let's land. Come on, we have contact. Everything, slow down, slow down. Whew. That was pretty hard. The first thing you could see is 3 buildings. A hangar, a super ruined tower, and of course a super ruined airport building. There's some kind of hangar here, and unfortunately there's no plane in here. I think someone's already taken it. Look, there's even a car door here. This guy's clearly out of luck. And good news is, in the first box I found an enchanted golden apple. It was just perfect. Okay, I'll put this in my inventory. Okay, there's someone else in this hangar. Oh my god. Who is that? I think there was something similar to this thing in the 100 Days of the Nuclear Apocalypse. Are you friendly or what? Oh my god! Oh, yes, he is! Oh, okay. I think I need to be more careful here because the monsters in this location are also different. After these monsters attacked me, I decided to rest and calmly loot the tower. Oh, explosive leap potion! Let's go! Now I get it. Oh, I think I'll take this chair from here. It'll come in handy in my house. You lizard of some kind. What are you doing here? Are you friendly or... Oh look, this one is friendly. Let's call him Petya. On the tower I found a box where I found ammo for a rifle, which means that it's somewhere around here. Well, I also collected all the chairs again and decided to go down already. Further on the way, we have the airport building. And it was unusual and even very scary. Okay, let's go in and see what we have there. Oh my god! Are you looking at me? Is that a Wendigo or what? Or who? Why aren't they attacking me? Oh my god! 2 HP! Get away from me! Get away from me! I have no idea how the Wendigo appeared here, but one thing is clear. It does a lot of damage. And walking further down the airport, I must be careful. And apparently by coincidence, the wind rose and a hurricane began, which even lifted blocks into the air. Someday I will stop being surprised by all this, but not now. There are more events here than in my life. Oh my god, it seems like a hurricane. Okay, calm down. I just gotta calm down. We'd better be inside this building right now. Okay guys, something outside. I think a hurricane is going on. I feel that this area is generally not favorable for travel. While I was watching the tornado, another Wendigo attacked me from behind. It's good that I managed to turn around, but this is not the most unusual thing that happened on this day. I found a door that led to the toilet, and I found something really interesting in there. Oh wait, Wendigo World. It takes 2 stacks of flame meat to open. Yeah, here I have 17 pieces. These monsters must drop them. I was very intrigued by this, but I understand that today I would not be able to open this world. So let's move it to the next few days. Well, hello. What are you doing? Why are you looking at me? Oh, wait. No, there's so many of them here. It feels like they just spawn at this airport. Most likely that's the way it is. Walking around the first floor of the airport, I found another interesting room where I found a rifle as well as a very strange note. What day is it today? We've already lost count of how many days have passed since this nightmare began. A couple of hours ago, a strange creature was chasing us. I managed to shoot it down, but I think I'll stop him for a while. I hope it doesn't find us. It seems to me, guys, that this is what the Konoda's talking about. These Wendigos that are spawning all around here. In short, I don't like this. Considering there's some kind of hurricane outside the window right now. Oh, where did I end up? This long day was coming to an end, and I didn't think of any better way than to stay overnight, because the tornado was still raging outside the window, and it's not clear what monsters spawn here at night. I found another toilet, which no one will definitely get into, covered it on one side with boxes and on the other side with trash cans, and began to wait for the morning. If you're wondering what the consequences of a tornado look like in Minecraft, then this is what it looks like. In the morning, I didn't waste any time and began to get that very fiery meat that we needed to discover the world of Wendigo. For example, while walking along the road, I came across some small hotel. Okay, look, we have some kind of small motel here, and there's nothing else around. Yeah, and inside the motel, we have very familiar characters. Having dealt with the monsters, of course, the first thing I decided to do was to take the doors. These doors are very cool. I'll install them in my airport. Oh, look at how many snacks there's in here. Okay, Vova, stop. You need to stop taking everything. Anyway, this table also looks very beautiful. I found some kind of end pickaxe in the box, and it turned out that it digs very, very fast. Much faster than a diamond pickaxe. Oh my god, it digs so much faster. Now that's what I'm talking about. Until the end of day 31, I was getting meat so that tomorrow I could go to the world of Wendigo. Having obtained 2 stacks of meat, on day 32, I went to that very unknown room and I got teleported to some new mysterious place. And it turned out that at this very moment, I got into the world of Wendigo. Hi Zeman, you have entered the world of Wendigo. A ferocious monster roams here, and this is his home. Don't even try to beat him on the ground. It's not as easy as in the ordinary world. To get out of here, you need to collect 5 notes. Good luck. My team said that they were inspired by one of the videos of my old friend Naizi and decided to implement a small event right here in my place of the 100-day survival. In addition, the programmers have improved the behavior of the monster, which makes the survival in these catacombs even more hardcore. But I'll try to get through it. Wait, why am I in some sort of horror movie? I don't find any connection between surviving on a plane in the apocalypse and the world of Wendigo. But it might actually make more sense because it's gonna be more interesting. First of all, I began to study the catacombs very carefully. I had to cling on at least something to start looking for those notes. There's a door here, look! Oh, a room. There's even a bed. Wait, can I sleep? There's a book and quill and the first note. You found some redstone dust. Perhaps there's a special place for it on the map. Look, there's some kind of tunnel down here. Let's go, I guess. Having never met this monster before, I already found the second note. But then the plot took a more interesting turn. Oh my god, look! There's a Wendigo over there. Okay, we came across to some other location. And overall, I can't even imagine how they made the monster so cool. So here, if anything happens, I can hide from him. To be honest, I'm a little confused because everything here looks so similar. At some points, I even had to run away from it a little bit because I also noticed that the more notes we find, the more aggressive the monster becomes towards me. Oh my god, look! I just have some sort of hysterical laughter. By the way, in here, there's some kind of lever. Having found another note and left the room, the monster was no longer there. But I still needed to check what the lever is gonna do. Oh, wait. Well, look. Oh! And you can't go! After making fun of the monster for a little bit, I continued looking for the notes. I'm really scared of this monster, guys. Oh my god, he hit me as well! After collecting all 5 notes, it was written to me in the chat that I now need to find a door through which I can exit. And also that the monster will now be way more aggressive. If anything happens, I can throw a slowing potion at him. Okay, look! I think I found it! Okay guys, let's just get out of here. And thus, we managed to pass this event. By the way, I got this item as a gift. It was quite late, so I decided to spend the night and go back to my mountain airport tomorrow. In the morning, I took a short flight back home. Upon arrival, I again harvested the entire crop from my farm and began to develop the most ambitious project of this survival. As you know, the tsunami happened on the map, after which my main airport with a huge amount of activity was just completely underwater. So I had a brilliant idea. Why not try draining it? The idea was to divide the territory into sectors and drain them separately. So we needed a lot of blocks to start with. I was mining sand for the entirety of day 33. Another good thing is that I found an enchanting book with efficiency too. I made myself a diamond shovel and everything was mined much faster. I ended up with 24 stacks of sand. I think that's gonna be enough for the first time. I think that this piece of asphalt will be my home in the near future. But guys, right now, I think my airport is right under me, which I will try to drain with you. But not everything so fast, because first, I need to make myself a super smelter. So the idea is this. At the beginning of the first episode, I found some sponges with which I can really drain the water. I thought that if I find more sponges and make a super smelter with which I can dry them, I will be able to very quickly free my airport from water. For a super smelter, a fairly good amount of resources was needed, and all of our resources were unfortunately underwater. So on that day, I went to the nearest cave. But when I reached the nearest land, I noticed a certain tower and became very curious. So I decided to go there. From a distance, guys, I saw this weird tower. Apparently, it was some kind of military base, which I just wanted to explore right away. Now let's just see what's in here. I was actually planning to go to a cave. Oh, come on, look, we got ammo. Let's go. So what do we have here? Oh. Where did you come from? We haven't seen each other for such a long time. These mutants were in one of my survivals, and now we meet them again. Having dealt with them, I began to look for some useful loot. Okay, we did it. It was pretty easy. Let's see what interesting things I can find here. If this is a military base, then there must be a lot of ammo or something like that. But unfortunately, I didn't find anything of that kind. There was barely any loot, and it wasn't very good. So, I really hope there'll be some cool loot up here, because so far, I haven't found anything of use. Well, of course, a baked potato and a golden apple. Okay, at least we tried. I went beyond the boundaries of the base and I noticed another weird structure and decided to come a bit closer. So, look, here we have a car and not a single mob. As I understand it, some carpenter worked here, probably got a tree, maybe even a lumberjack. Oh look, some spruce and an axe. Excellent. There's something written here. Zeman Top. Oh, thanks. Thanks for the kind words. That's nice. It's actually written down, look. Well, I didn't find any cave entrance, so I just decided to dig down. Oh! Where am I? It turned out that the caves are also flooded, but that didn't stop me. Now there's gonna be a life hack from Zeman. So we make some planks, craft a workbench, and we make a few doors. Now we just go down, swim to our iron, faster, come on. We put this door right here and just breathe calmly and just get everything that we need. The rest of the day 34 I spent inside the caves. But on day 35, it was finally time to make a super smelter. To start, I made myself a small platform so I can place the super smelter somewhere. I think this space is gonna be enough for us. And sometimes lightning actually strikes this place. And indeed, when I already began to make the super smelter, a hurricane passed. But it seemed to just pass right by. So I just finished the build overnight. Day 36. In the morning, a new hurricane appeared again, which worried me just a little bit. I really hope it doesn't destroy my super smelter, come on! So look, we have two chests on top. The first one, in which we for example load some iron ore, and the second one, into which we load some coal. All this is transported by the minecarts like this, through the hoppers and then into the furnaces. And here, it all melts and goes over into this chest. Here we get the finished iron. Well, in general, this farm is made with wet sponges in mind, so that I can quickly dry them and use them again. Speaking of sponges, I already had some, but I decided to collect more. Given that the whole map was filled with the ocean, new dungeons were already generated inside the ocean, where exactly I think my team placed sponges in the loot, so that I thought of draining my airport. Like it or not, I don't know, but I spent the whole day looking for these sponges. To be honest, I can't even imagine how many days it's gonna take me and how much effort it'll take. I can say one thing though, I definitely believe in myself and I hope that it's gonna work out, especially when right now my house is right below me. And since day 37, I've been trying to drain at least one part of the airport. The next day I made sponges and tried to slowly drain all the water that's there. Already at this moment I understood that here even 50 days would not be enough to drain the entire thing. To be honest, that's all I did. Let's go downstairs, I'll show you a bit better. It took me 3 days just to dig out this tiny rectangle. Even then, it was clear to me that it's not possible to drain it in any way, especially within the boundaries of 100 days. But now, I at least had a safe way down. And it turns out I could safely get to my house, which is exactly what I did. I still have 7 sponges left, with which I can now just dry everything in this way. Whew! The first room is ready, now the second one. Okay, that's it. Now I can be at home underwater. But I still wondered if in this survival there was really a way I could drain my favorite airport. And you have no idea. But even here, there is a way out. I called the guys from my team and it turns out that there's a super sponge here, which can directly drain chunks of water. I got excited about this idea and asked the guys to send me the crafts. And most importantly, they were actually super simple. Well, it's time to make a super sponge. First, we need some slime and some wool. That's all we can find in our our old storage unit. And you ask, how are we gonna get down? And I'm gonna tell you, just break the block of sand and the water will show you the way. Having collected the slime and wool in the storage unit, I went up to the surface and finally began to craft our creations. Moreover, it turned out that we needed not a super sponge block, but a super sponge staff, which simply cuts out the water in chunks. So now we just make a few of these staffs, and now we make a sponge super staff. And here it is. Okay, let's try it. Oh my god! Wow! Until the end of the day, I kept removing the water in chunks. And by the morning of the next day, it was done. And this is what the land looks like in the middle of the ocean. I spent a lot of energy and cleared the chunks all night. The cobwebs of cobblestone just shows you how tiring it actually was. But I still managed. Yeah, of course, we collected ordinary sponges and made a super smelter. But you know, it was not all in vain anyway. But at least now I've learned how to make these super smelters, and I also have a lot of sponges just in case. Friends, I can say that for this hard work, I definitely need some food. Just look at this, it's incredible. There's just water all around, and in the middle of it all lies our airport. I don't even know if I should remove all the cobwebs from above, with the help of which I removed the water. It also looks pretty cool, but I think I'll remove it sometime in the near future. Okay, it's time to go downstairs. Now just make a super lift out of the water. Oh guys, to be honest, I'm pretty shocked. I can't even imagine we're coming down here right now. And you will not believe it, but everything was also in its place. The airport was in its place, and even the dirt will soon turn green again. At the end of day 41, with the help of torches, I completely removed all the sand. And on day 42, I began to remove even the cobwebs made of cobblestone. And of course, I will continue to do this on day 42. Look at this beautiful sunrise. And by the way, here I also removed a couple of chunks so that our plane could take off. By the way, it was saved as well. Here he stands unharmed. And by the way, I took some bone meal because as you can see, the grass is already growing quite well here. And now I'll just run around this place like this and plant a little more grass. Of course, for me to feel complete, I should enchant a shovel with Silk Touch. But so far, there is no such possibility. Normal people spend bone meal to grow all sorts of wheat, carrots, potatoes. But I'm ready to use a bunch of bone meal to make everything look nice, because it looks much better that way. And without bone meal, it somehow makes everything look ugly. Well, and by the way, here these walls of water, they act like a defense against the monsters. Also, on that day, I had the task of bringing some stuff from my second base to what is now our home and first base. To do this, I just needed to take off, and it was pretty scary. Well, I just hope that's enough. Okay. It's okay, guys. We're taking off. Woo! Oh, how happy am I to be back on my favorite plane. Look at this awesome cabin that we're sitting in. So that you understand, we had an airport at this depth. Just imagine. Okay, now I just need to fly to the second airport and pick up all the resources to take them to my main base. On day 44, I noticed something interesting. Perhaps it appeared earlier, but I only noticed it now. A new mark with a new airport. I was already curious to find out what kind of location would be there. Guys, of course, I don't know, but I think a new airport has appeared there. A floating airport. I think it's 3 times farther than any airport that we found. I don't know exactly when the mark appeared, but I just noticed it right now. Well, we should probably get ready to go there. I wonder what kind of floating airport it is. On the same day, I flew out and flew quite long. Plus, I stopped at a secondary airport, and we were only able to get there by day 45. But what I saw really impressed me. There were floating magical islands. I haven't seen such a beautiful location for a very long time. I landed, and also quite dangerously. Look, some mushrooms are jumping around here. I don't understand. These mushrooms are attacking me. What kind of world is this? Oh, it says airport. Let's see what's in there. You will not believe it, but as soon as I entered this building, I immediately saw some kind of mushroom mutant who, using his ability, simply took everything out of my hands. Weapons, tools, and even blocks. What is this mushroom? Oh my god, he took my weapon, look! Okay guys, I killed it. Wow. Let's take all of our resources. He took all of them away from me. I was already in shock about the location. How different it is from the whole other world that we have in this survival. But it's pretty cool, because for the whole series, it was really hard. And now I can really look at some new interesting fantasy location. I went up to the roof to see the surroundings, and it actually gave me a lot of information. For example, I saw a massive mushroom. Just a huge mushroom. I have no idea what he's doing here at all. Oh, and there's a building of some kind. Oh, never mind, look. Oh my god, they left me with 3 hearts! Is there another Minotaur here? Where's the Minotaur? I don't want to fight him. Oh no, not a Minotaur. Okay, let's try shooting him with a rifle. I think a rifle will work on him. He's breaking blocks and he's coming right at me. All done. This is some full action right here, guys. Having examined the main building with several floors, where a massive mushroom grew in the middle, I realized that this location is definitely not like the others. Look, guys, I climbed to the very top of the mushroom, and I can almost touch the clouds. There, I think, look, there's a building, and it broke down, and it fell somewhere. Oh my god, why are there so many of you? It seems that these islands are some kind of lair for these purple things. And mushrooms, of course. Wow, look! This building on a flying island. I need to go there. I explored this location on day 45, 46, and 47. I found quite a huge amount of good and cool loot, visited all sorts of destroyed abandoned buildings, and also pretty much studied the whole place. Wow, look, there's a tree growing right in the middle of the house. Everything would be fine, but in there I found a secret button, and after pressing it, a portal appeared inside the tree. I decided to go into it and appeared in a location completely unknown to me. This survival is getting more and more frightening. I just went into a tree and appeared in some house. In the first bedside table I came across, I saw a book and quill, which said that nearby was the lair of some terrible monster that drags tourists away at night. At the moment, I got a little lost because I didn't understand at all where my plane was, and in general, where exactly I was as well. Going out into the street, I noticed that I was in some kind of tourist camp, or it could even be called a recreation center. Old house. Looks quite abandoned. Where did you come from? Oh my god, and there's even monsters here. So, okay, I already want to find this monster. Let's loot a couple more houses. Maybe we'll find some evidence. Oh, and there's sausages here. I'll take them. Oh, look, this seems to be a summer kitchen. There's even a grill here. Hi, everyone. This is Zeman's cooking show, and today I'll teach you how to cook sausages on the grill. Let's go. To get started, we need sausages and a great grill that you see right here in front of your screen. We throw a coal on the grill and start frying our sausages. And now the sausages are ready. Having fooled around a little, I noticed some building on the mountain. Most likely it was a bathhouse. And the note that I found said that just the same monsters sometimes appear near it. In fact, I still didn't understand at all where I ended up. And most importantly, where my plane was located. The most important vehicle in this survival. But as they say, since I'm already here, I need to work with what I have and find that monster. Maybe if I beat it, I can go back. So guys, in short, it doesn't really look like a bathhouse. Just some kind of house. Oh, there's a monster right here. Maybe if I feed him pizza. Where are you going? I just gave you a pizza. After waiting out the night, on the morning of day 49, I observed a huge batch of monsters. And then I finally found that bathhouse that the note was mentioning. The monster that I'm looking for is not in here. Well, at least there's some wood. I decided to just look for the lair of the monster around the place. After several killed monsters and some time, I actually found it. Okay guys, I don't know how this all has to do with the apocalypse, but we found some kind of lair and I see something in there. Is that a huge snail? Seriously? Are you friendly? Oh no, oh my god. I gotta be careful. What kind of snail is this? This giant snail really freaked me out, but I still managed to beat it. The most interesting thing is that it dropped a talisman of the necromancer. It seems to me that this thing can be used somewhere at our airport. The day was coming to an end, and so I decided to return to my base as soon as possible. So I picked a random house and went to bed. Waking up on the morning of day 50, I decided to return home as soon as possible. There was no plane nearby, so I decided to run to the coordinates. And it turned out to be possible. It turns out that the portal simply teleported us to some distant court, but in fact, we were in the same world. Oh boy, home sweet home. My super smelter. Okay, I'll try to fly down on my boat. Easy. After such a long journey, I was very happy to be home. So right now, I'll try to put everything into chest and try to use that item that I got from the monster. And I wanted to use it on one of the doors, which was on the roof of my airport. So I decided to immediately go there. Let's climb up, and 1, and 2, and 3. What kind of bowl is that? What did he forget here, guys? Okay, have a potato. Look at how happy he is. Emergency unit. I probably need to go in there. The talisman seems to fit the name. So, oh, nice. Wait, what do you want from me? Go away. Okay, he probably just wants more potatoes. Just take them. Going inside the small room, I was in for a pretty big surprise. Remove the water from the map? Attention, when removing the water, all water dungeons will be removed. I mean, it's pretty pretty awesome news that I can pump out the water, but I haven't found everything around here yet, so I need to go there and do just that. New day. On day 52, I decided to loot a couple of dungeons. It's like I haven't been here yet. Oh my god, you purple. Careful. Okay, I gotta run. Okay, let me try hitting it with an axe. Come on. Wow. Okay, what do we have in the chest? A median sword, iron ingots, that meat. By the way, the sword is pretty strong. I might even use it. Having dealt with all the monsters, I looted a couple of locations and dismantled my super smelter. And then I went to that lever. Okay, come what may, guys. Let's pull that lever already. Oh! At that moment, my game began to lag a lot. And when the lag finally stopped, I went out into the street and there was no more water. Oh my god, look! I thought this moment would never come. All the water is gone. That's it. I can walk and run everywhere. First of all, on day 54, I went to go get some wood, because before that, it was very difficult to do that. I can't even imagine what our next natural disaster is gonna be, but we definitely cope with the tsunami and the flood. And on day 55, I also decided to go to the Flying Islands and finally pick up my plane, because without it, it is very difficult to move around, even after all the water is already gone. New day. In the morning, I decided to restore my farm and finally plant everything with seeds, because the food was already running out. When all of a sudden, this happened. As the clouds are coming, new dungeons have appeared in the world. What does that mean? What is this? Do you see what color the drops are? I didn't even have time to think of anything. Just some kind of acid rain immediately started, which as it turned out later, completely changed my entire survival. It's the first time I've seen anything like this. It even deals damage. Okay, I need to get home as soon as possible. Run. Oh my god, I'm barely alive. Look at what's outside the window. Some kind of chemical protection suit has appeared. Look. Okay, I need to go get it. Okay, oh my god, I just need to pick it up and run back. Oh, half HP, guys. Half HP. And who is that? What are these new mutants? I need to eat. I'm scared. Along with the new acid rain, 2 new markers appeared on the map, which I decided to explore straight away. Something tells me that our survival is now in a nuclear apocalypse, not an elemental one. Looking at the map from the sky, I realized that the whole map had turned into just a wasteland. I don't know how we'll continue to survive, because there's absolutely nothing alive on the map. Only monsters and new mutants who just want to kill me. 5 minutes, the flight is normal, moving into the first mark. Overall, flying around the map on an airplane, I couldn't believe that everything looks completely different. The locations on the markers looked very futuristic and apocalyptic, but unfortunately, I couldn't land there, because there was simply nowhere. New day. Of course, it was difficult to get used to this apocalypse, but it was necessary. So today, I wanted to walk around and see what had changed, in addition to the appearance of new mutants. He's hiding behind a birch tree, look at him! Okay, I'll just get out of here. A huge number of small dungeons appeared on the map. For example, this sewer full of acid, as well as some crabs. Oh my god, what? Why are you attacking me? Leave me alone! What do you need? This pipe is kind of strange. I think I'll just close it. After fighting with the crabs a little bit more, I decided to go even further. And by the end of the day, I reached the first point. Oh wow, it's massive. There are no monsters yet, which is good. Oh, a fight broke out. Guys, these monsters are firing from all sides. It's probably a little safer in here. With the right tactics, these monsters can be easily dealt with. I quickly killed them and went to explore the location. There's some very cool furniture here. Let's take this chair. Oh, chest, ammo, food. I think that the skeleton doesn't need this couch anymore. I'll take it. Collecting the chairs and tables, it began to get dark, and I realized that I was spending the night here. Good morning, guys. Oh, they're fighting again. I think they don't like each other that much. I'll let them fight for now, and I'll continue exploring the location. What's good is that I found a lot of food and ammo here. Parkour! Okay, if I try, I might be able to go through. I'll just go carefully. Oh, ammo. So far, I didn't really understand why this mark was there, or what I had to do, or to find. Those pterodactyls again. Oh, come on. Okay, just turn away. Wait, fire. Next, I found one very cool thing that could possibly help with this acid rain. Disperse the clouds? Let's press it. Nothing happened. Oh, I think I need to pull the same lever in a second location. Now let's do this. Wait, where are you going? Come back. Okay, let's go down the old-fashioned way. Water drop number 2. Ow, what, where? What are you doing in there? Are you hiding from me? On the following day, I got to the next point. And just as usual, I was greeted by a huge number of monsters. 2 HP. I gotta go to the second floor, quick. I don't really know what to expect here. Oh, cookie, that's great. What is this? What is this mushroom? Do you want some bread? Wait, why are you running away? Well, he's gone. Alright. With the help of barricades, I defended myself from the monsters and decided to wait out the night in this building. On the morning of day 60, after killing the remaining monsters, I went to look for the lever. Where is this lever? lever. Oh my god. Oh, what is this? Oh, wow. This is an entrance to some kind of bunker. I have no idea what could be in there, but knowing my team, oh my god. At that moment, I probably thought that this is where the lever could be. Ammo, some weird ingots. I'll take it anyway. So this is our first door. Let's go in. Empty. Oh, there's a chest here with ammo in it. Nice. Okay, that's all fine, but where's the lever? If you're hearing what I'm hearing, I feel like there's going to be a fight. As soon as I opened the door, I was attacked by a good number of mutants. I had to use up almost half of all my ammo. Phew. That was the last one. Nice. In the chest, we have a biogun and ammo for it. And I also found an Anthony? What is this? After dealing with all the mutants, I finally found the lever. Oh, the lever? Come on. Oh, let's go check on the surface. Oh my god, the rain is over. The radioactive rain is over. Let's go. The only thing, of course, is that the earth is still scorched. I think there's probably nothing to be done about it. Okay, Anthony, let's go home. Yeah, we got rid of the rain, and now we can safely walk around the area. But I'm sure that my team has still prepared a lot of unexpected things for me. I decided to wait out the night in that same building, but because of the monsters, I couldn't sleep at all. On the morning of day 61, I decided to return back to my airport, but I just forgot how to go back, and as a result, I stumbled upon some location that I'd never seen before. What? How is there grass there? Let's get closer. Oh my god, look! I can grab the grass and replant the entire place. As I later realized, there will be many such locations on the map. My team created them so I could terraform some locations. For example, my airport. Oh, we have a ladder here. Hey, get off me, crab! Fence! God damn it, don't scare me. A box! Nice! A golden apple and a biotank. Great. Since it was already dark, I decided to wait out the night in this pipe. And at that moment, the coolest idea came to my mind. What if I actually try to terraform the area around my base? I think that would be a really cool idea. On the morning of day 62, I was finally able to reach my base. But it was a little bit tricky because I was a bit lost. And mutants continue to spawn around the world. I definitely needed a good fence. So, I'll sort everything out and start building. Oh my god, where did you come from? What kind of prank is this? Okay, I really don't know how mods work here at all. Guys, I came up with a name for him. Mushroom Volodya. Now you live here. But I hope you won't kill me at night. And here, Anthony will live in a frame. Guys, I think I'm going crazy. But it turned out that I didn't have any resources for construction, especially wood. But it's good that I could safely go and get it though. Oh my god, guys, just look. I can run and there's no water. I'm very glad that this whole tsunami story is finally over. I could calmly walk around, but trouble came very unexpectedly. A tornado started right next to me. By the way, I don't know how many stacks we can use for— what? Oh my god, a tornado started right here. Come on. Okay, we came through it. I just need to not fly out of it at the wrong moment. I just need to burn myself. I just need to dig. It's still spinning me around. Throughout this whole survival, this tornado was spinning me the longest. I tried to cling onto a tree, but all to no avail. But at some point, I finally managed to do it. This tree's my chance. This is my chance. Come on. There it is. There it is. Okay, we're standing in the corner. Nice. I just need to close myself with blocks. Oh, guys, that worked. As I said, this survival is simply unpredictable. I wouldn't even be surprised if a meteorite just fell on top of me. In any case, the most important thing is that I was able to survive. Oh, I think that's it. I was able to survive. I'll just continue chopping down trees. So, well, I think it's time to get back. Sheep! Oh, sheep! How long have I not seen any sheep? I turned off the rain, so now you can safely walk here. Wow, how quickly the day went by. That's crazy. New day. I wanted to start gardening today because as you can see, we have a little problem with the farm after the rain. But that's okay. I'll fix it up right now. Oh, come on. This puzzle should be dug out altogether. Even a hoe can't plow it. Oh, done. And now I just need to plant the wheat. It's good that I had some wheat seeds. If I didn't have them, I don't know what I would do. So here I'll put a chest and place everything in it for landscaping our territory. And now I think I'll just tear down this old fence. All day I kept breaking this fence, and because the bars were very hard to break, it took a very long time. Such a long time, in fact, I had to continue even at night. New day, new morning. I finally started building my wooden and super beautiful fence. I decided to use spruce as the main building block. As for me, it fit best environment. And again, the construction of the fence took quite a lot of time. But for now, I could finally relax, because we beat the rain and natural disasters were not yet visible on the horizon. I also decided to get some glowstone from the crystal. It's good that there were quite a lot of them around the base, so I was able to get a fairly large number of them. On the next day, I was doing the most boring thing imaginable. I was replacing all the puzzle with dirt. Feel like there's still a lot of work ahead of me. Of course, there's just too many of them. I also placed grass blocks that I found in that location so that in the future the whole thing would turn green. And in fact, I was very afraid that this process would take quite a long time. But this was my reaction when I woke up the next day. Look, everything is green. Okay, here I'll hang some vines. I think that'll look very nice. Here I'm gonna have a kind of paradise of my own. You could even call it an oasis. To be honest, I don't know why the grass grew so quickly. Maybe there's some weird game rules here. I don't know. It's weird. Look, I have some strange sapling in my hand that I found in the chest. Let's plant it and try to grow it with bone meal. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, what a beautiful tree. Yeah, it looks really cool. I think I'll leave it here. It's gonna decorate our base. For such a huge tree, you have to like this video, guys. Just look at how big it is. Then I began to run around the territory and plant saplings and grass. In the end, it turned out just great. This of course took a huge amount of resources, especially 5 stacks of wood. I can say that this is one of the most atmospheric buildings out of all of my survival, although it wasn't very difficult to build. Tell me in the comments if you like this project. You can also suggest what kind of things I should build in the future. I'm gonna give you a quick home tour. I have a small lake here. Look at how big my farm is now. I don't have a lot of wheat, so I've planted it randomly. By the way, here's my second warehouse. I sorted everything by resources so that it would be pretty beautiful. Well, and this is my favorite tree. The next morning, I was just harvesting wheat on my farm when suddenly a text appeared in the chat that some kind of rift had appeared at new coordinates. I was just in shock because the old events haven't even ended yet and I'm already getting new ones. I didn't waste much time and decided to deal with this fault straight away. Anatoly, you're coming with me. Volodya, I'm sorry, I can't take you this time. I know we had some faults appear here and there, but it never specified the location in the chat. That's a bit strange. Honestly, this is one of the most fulfilling survivals in the history of my YouTube channel. Every day, absolutely every single one, I couldn't imagine what would happen tomorrow. We've already survived both tornadoes, radioactive rain, and tsunami, and every single day the environment becomes more and more severe. I even wondered if I could survive until day 100. On the following day, I finally reached this fault. Deciding to go down into it, I realized that not everything is so simple. It turns out that some kind of temple appeared inside. Okay guys, I can't even imagine what's coming next. I'm not even surprised at all here. There's glowing blocks everywhere. Wow. Guys, I have a cool idea. The size of this underground fortress is simply unheard of. On the inside, it's probably way bigger than it seems at first glance. And let's jump! As usual. Look, some kind of mummy is already creeping towards me. There's several of them. Oh my god. Okay, I think that's it. No, that's not it. Another one. Having barely fought off the mummies, I used almost all my ammo. So there's a message saying there. Okay, I'll just go the other way. Another mummy? Alright, let's go down. There's some kind of acid candles all around. Oh, at least the golden apple and ammo are helping me out. Thus, I ended up in an ancient underground labyrinth. The most important question was why I came here and what the final reward will be for completing this temple. Personally, I would like to find a lever that would make the whole map green again, and I had to spend several days in the labyrinth. Yeah, I found all sorts of boxes with so many treasures and all sorts of traps as well as mummies, but I couldn't find a way out for a very long time. Oh my god, this place again! It feels like I'm walking in circles. Everything just looks too similar. Also, these mummies are everywhere all the time. Oh, what kind of string is this? I haven't seen it before. Okay, green skeleton, note. What is this? A treasure chest? Okay, let's read the note first. If you're reading this, chances are I'm already dead. I hurt my leg in the trap and I can't get out, but I managed to translate a strange papyrus. It turned out to be a prediction that said that the world would end. First, monsters will come to Earth and cataclysms will begin. And then a massive release of solar energy will scorch the entire planet. Nobody will be able to survive. To be perfectly honest, I'm a little bit scared. So, okay, I'll deal with that later. We actually have some kind of sarcophagus here, and with some kind of thing. Oh, what? Where did this thing come from? Where did they come from? Another one? How many of them are there? Oh my god, another one! What are these traps? Apparently, by opening the sarcophagus and taking the artifact, I enraged the pharaoh, and he directed these mummies to kill me. 1 HP! Oh my god, what was that? Another chest, look! What? Golden apples, figurines, golden carrots. There were so many treasures in this tomb that I simply didn't have enough inventory space to carry it all away. First of all, of course, I decided to collect all the gold, and then I hope that I'll use it for something later. One of my ideas is to make a treasury right in my base. I think it would look really cool as a decoration, because this treasury contained all sorts of decorative blocks. I need more gold! Oh, another set of armor. Well, let me try it. Well, what do I look like? I think I look like a real pharaoh. I couldn't find find a way out of this temple right away, but as soon as I got out, I immediately ran back to my airport. I really wanted to build my own treasury. So guys, this is that item that I found in the treasury. Look, I stand right here, right click, move any distance, right click again, and then boom, teleport. Cool, right? It's some kind of teleportation device. When I was returning home, I noticed some kind of city on the horizon. Is that some kind of city? My inventory is full. Okay, I'll put a mark right here, a dot with this teleporter, and come back here a little bit later. I returned to my base only in the evening. First, I went to the warehouse and of course sorted out all my resources. And then I finally went to bed. Oh no, I almost forgot to put Anatoly back in his place. I decided to make the entry to the treasury from the storage unit. I couldn't think of a safer entrance for this place. After a little reflection on how I would make it work, I got down to business. To be honest, this survival is pretty amazing. I couldn't even imagine that from the beginning that survival on an airplane would contain some temples, an apocalypse, a tsunami, a flood, and in general everything that I personally love so much in my survival. I spent 2 whole days making this treasury, and now look at the results. Okay, let's go down. Just look at this beauty. All my treasures are here. I'm eating golden carrots. I'm so rich. I also made myself some iron armor because for some reason the gold one placed the effect of bad luck on. Well, now I think that we're ready to go to that very city. Oh, come on, where's this thing? Oh, here it is. Great. Okay, we're here. What is that snot on the buildings? There's some guy sitting there. Wait, can I talk to him? Hello, survivor, but what's the point now? We're all doomed. What are you talking about? I was a scientist, and after the flood happened, we studied solar flares, and it turned out that the world would soon end. Another outbreak will destroy all life on the planet. So what should I do? There's nothing to be done, but there's something else. The tsunami may return if the nearby dam is not fixed. I think it will last another 2 days at most. Items will be needed for repair can be found in the city, so at least we live longer. If you do that, I'll give you the keys to that hangar over there. There's a surprise waiting for you. Apparently, since the dialogue with this NPC, we have 2 days left to save the world from another flood. I had to act quick. I think he's talking about this hangar. Okay, first we need to find some things to fix the dam, and to find where it is. A marker appeared on the map, and I think that's where the dam is located. Looting this city was not easy, because the longer I was exploring it, the more monsters spawned around. Okay, they're already attacking me. Fine. I have a sniper rifle, and it's kinda saving me. And there's not too many of them here. Okay, liquid sensor and iron ingots. This might come in handy. These mutants are here too. I see. The monsters continue to spawn, and my ammo was slowly starting to run out. I only had enough to clear a couple more houses, and I decided to get out of here, because it was becoming quite dangerous. Okay, I think that we need to get out of here, because there's just crowds of them here. Okay guys, I'm not ready to risk my survival. I gotta get out of here. I don't understand how they're still spawning. I see the mark, and I think that's the dam. I'll try to get there by evening. I don't want another flood, so we need to get there as soon as possible. Of course, it was necessary to repair this dam, but then I didn't know what it would do. For this survival, we've already experienced a huge number of different natural disasters, but there is only one that I fear most. This is another tsunami, so we had to try to solve the problem before it happened. Nice, I've made it to the top. There's another message here. Repair requires a screwdriver, a liquid sensor, and 16... What? How many stacks of cobblestone? Look, I have both a screwdriver and a liquid sensor, but where do I get 16 stacks of cobblestone? Alright, there's no time to waste. The pickaxe is with me, so I'll start mining right here. Without any enchantments or haste, I had to mine up 16 stacks of cobblestone in 1 day. I didn't find anything better than just mine without stopping for a very long time. Because if there is a goal and you really want to achieve it, whether it's in real life or in Minecraft trying to get cobblestone, then everything is possible. I made it by nightfall and I got all 16 stacks. Finally guys, I got it. That's it guys, here they are. Alright, clicking. Oh, okay, all the cobblestone was used. I hope everything is fine now. As I got it, monsters didn't spawn near this dam, so I just waited out the night right on top of it. Let's go. Oh, look, the dam is fixed. Wow, how good is my team in terms of development? Teleporting back to the city using the artifact, I decided not to go into the hangar straight away, but I first wanted to return to my base. But you can't even imagine what happened when I came back home. A very big surprise was awaiting fascinating. Oh my god, wait, what is that? Where did it come from? Oh my god, is that a crashed plane? This is some kind of shuttle. Look, how is this even possible? What? Okay, there's a note here. Let's read it. We studied the solar radiation in orbit for 50 days. In short, the Earth will soon end. We can only escape in space, but we don't have enough fuel and resources to hold out for some more time. So we're coming back to Earth in order to replenish our supplies and fly away forever. What? What kind of plot twist is this? To repair this shuttle, you need 6 iron blocks, 60 phone redstone dust, and and this weird thing, I don't know. Good evening, dispatcher. The dispatcher is clearly not in his best shape. Some kind of iron metal door. Let's open it. And here we have another dispatcher. How many of you are here? Okay, no. Let's see what's written on it. I hope we have enough fuel to fly to the space station. We just have to not collide with the plant upon landing. What kind of news is this? Oh yeah, I forgot that I'm basically in a rocket. Also, inside the box, I found another note that spoke of some kind of spaceport and a fuel production plant. Apparently, this was a hint that it was time to look for new places. So the next day, I immediately started the engine of my plane and went to fly around the area, because no one gave me any coordinates. Flying around the area for a while, I finally saw something interesting on the ground and decided to land right in the field. It's good that I was able to stick the landing. I don't know how I landed that. That was quite extreme. But here I am already on the ground, and here we have something weird. I noticed this building here and the road, so let's first see what's in this house. What is that? Oh my god, what kind of frog is that? There's just so many mutants found in a natural disasters apocalypse. After looting the tower and finding some useful resources there, for example a shield and some kind of steel axe, I noticed that there's a rift here and it's not empty. There's also some kind of structure in it. It looks like I'm inside a frog den. More loot, let's see. Golden revolver? Guys, a golden revolver is put up for auction. Just imagine how many grams of gold there's in this thing. I'm the real sheriff now. Tell me in the comments if you want a survival in the Wild West. I found a note close by, so I decided to read it. While studying these anomalous stones, 4 people have already gone missing. Very strange things are happening here, but we must find out their origin. Well, anomalous stones are cool, but I have a golden revolver, and apparently I can go down there. Frog, to be honest, I have no desire to go down now. Who am I afraid of? I'm not afraid of anything. Where am I? Then I began to descend into some kind of mine or dungeon. It feels like I've gone all the way down to bedrock. It took a very long time. It feels like I'm going down into some kind of coal mine. I don't understand. There's blood, guys. So, you know how something was scary to me before? Then in this helmet, I'm definitely not. Okay, well, there's still ammo and some poison arrows. We don't need them. And a book with a quill. Let's read it. The miner has been drilling the mine for 5 days now. There is an incredible amount of useful resources here. Iron, gold, coal, and most importantly, we've discovered very interesting crystalline formations and new rocks. Of course, they found coal and all sorts of resources here, but they didn't figure out something with these frogs. Or maybe these miners turned into them. Office! This could be my office, by the way. A cake, an explosive swiftness potion, and some ammo. You know, I'll take everything, and as I said, until the inventory is full, I will not calm down. Diamonds! And, what is that? A mixture of a pig and a golem. You know, nothing surprises me anymore. Where am I? Okay, maybe the golems are friendly. Look, this one is friendly, by the way. It's okay, but this one doesn't look that friendly. Oh my god, 2.5 hearts! Guys, I hope that wasn't your friend because you're not attacking me. Without this helmet, I would definitely be dead by now. Another note, let's read it. We are trapped. Unknown creatures appeared from the ground in the blink of an eye. We can't survive. Well, I don't know about monsters. These ones look pretty cute actually. But that one, of course, yeah, it's really scary. I decided to take a small break and get all the resources that were at this level. But this level was not the last. As I understand it, we fell into some kind of huge mine, and the lower I went down, the more dangerous the monsters became. Okay, I don't know if it's a good golem. I think we'll check it out now. So, are you friendly? You are friendly! Guys, well, as you can see, at least in some place in this survival, I'm not attacked by absolutely everybody. Let's just get the resources here and... No! Here it is, the scary one. This one is really unfriendly. Stay where you are. Oh my god, this one's unfriendly too. Oh my god, this one just betrayed me. As I made my way further into the mine, I encountered even more resources and more monsters and golems to deal with. So, given how many many resources there are in total, I might have to stay here for another day. Now, I'll just collect all these resources and probably return to the mine and mine all this stuff later. Because, well, I've never seen so many resources in any survivals. After returning to the plane and grabbing a large amount of resources that I mined, I decided to go back to the mine and get everything that was left. The next day, I was already at home at the base. In addition to the fact that I had to look for an option to find this very item with which we could revive this ship, I understood that there's still a huge number of unfinished things at the base that needed to be done. And one of them was the restoration of the airport. So as you understand, I spent the whole day 74 and 75 restoring my airport. I feel that this will take a lot longer than initially expected, because a whole day has passed and I haven't even finished this room yet. It looks very empty. Overall, it's fair to say that there's still a huge amount of work ahead. So that's what I'll actually do. In general, yeah. It was not easy. Well, what can I say? This is the kind of room that we got. I think it's pretty cozy here. There's even this place here where you can order refreshing drinks while you're waiting for your flight. To be honest, there's still a huge number of rooms that look very scary. But I think for now, I will take care of more important things. And as I progress through this episode, I'll slowly restore the airport. I hope that by the end of survival, I will have fully restored this place. Also, if you look up there, I fixed up the glass window. On day 76, I went to explore the wasteland, and around mid-afternoon, I came across a crashed plane. I was already curious to know what was in there. A hurricane is starting, by the way. I don't really like that. What do we have here? Some kind of plane. Okay, let's see. Baked potato, and assault rifle magazine. Day 79. I decided to return to our main task. This is the search for the very object that can launch the shuttle. My team suggested to me that if I can do this, then a new mod will be activated in the world, which is related to space. Although I have no idea what it's gonna look like, but I've seen something similar in other survivals. While there were no cataclysms and tornadoes, I decided that this was the best time to continue exploring the area and look for something new. For a long time, the search was completely unsuccessful. I couldn't find anything at all. But at some point, I remembered that new buildings are constantly appearing on the map, which means that it might be worth flying where I had already flown many days ago, and it worked. A strange dungeon appeared right on the horizon. This is the same place that I saw from the air. There were a huge number of mutants as I saw, and yes, I feel that they're definitely there. And is that Shrek or what? Actually, yeah, that's why I took guns, ammo, and everything I need. Oh my god, how many of them are there? 40 Shreks are running after me. Everything would be fine if they didn't do so much damage, because they deal a lot of damage and slow me down. They're slowing me down. I went and sent some building with a conveyor. Ow, ow, ow. In principle, coming to any... Oh, there's more. Something tells me that I might just die right here. Is that all? I did it. Honestly, there was barely enough ammo. Now I can normally see what's in here. The only thing is that there's this big, huge hawk over here. So I just better not touch this hangar. Let's go see the factory. There's rocket fuel here. It sounds like I need it for my shuttle. Well, of course, the tar minion is like this, or whatever it is. Tarry. Cute. And we also got on the conveyor with him. Wait, no, no! Give me back my boy! Give me back my boy! Live, live! Oh, that's it. I saved him, guys. Who worried? Like the video. He's with me. Let's sum up today's expedition. We found the most important thing. Rocket fuel. Where is it? We visited some factory, found some mutants, and most importantly, our cute little resin man. Suggest a name for him in the comments, by the way. And on this, I'll return home. I still can't get to the plot. How can I go through this survival and open an additional mod to space? But you see, time goes by, we find some locations. So I hope that we'll find something down the line. Day 82 began with a typical farmer's morning. I decided to collect the wheat and think about what I should do next. So far, in terms of the plot, if you want my opinion on how my survival is progressing, it's progressing quite fine. We're already nearing the end, and I think that we'll soon fix everything that we need to fix, and we'll be able to fly into space. And there may be a new survival, maybe a part of our survival. To be honest, I don't know what my team is preparing for me there. With every survival, they come up with all extraordinary things. Now I want to collect some wheat, and I probably won't plant it anymore, because I think that this wheat will be enough for us until the end of our survival. And so I wanted to say that maybe I saw something which is near my base. I'm not sure though, I was flying quite high, and just maybe I was dreaming it. It turns out I wasn't seeing things. It was a real massive Boeing. I'm not sure who's guarding this huge plane. I think there's some kind of snow gorillas. They're very, very fast. Oh, and they have a lot of HP. Look, it's a really big plane. Of Of course, I had small planes, but this is a huge one. Guys, this is serious. I can even walk inside. Wow, look, and I can even sit down on an empty seat. Now this is a really cool mod. You can even close the door here. Can you go into the toilet? There's a toilet, guys. You can go to the toilet. Here's what the cockpit looks like. Awesome. So, can we even fix this plane or not? I see that there's even no engines here, but there's this tower. Perhaps there's something in there. I really hope that we don't have to collect components for this aircraft all over the huge map, because in this case, we won't have any time to do anything in the survival. I think it made an emergency landing and lost all the engines, wheels, and everything basically. After that, I went to the tower. I was beyond happy when I found all the components that are needed in order to start the plane. Engines, landing gear, and many other things that were missing in this plane. And that is all. Now we have it on wheels and it also has engines. Look over here. But the problem remains, and it's very serious. Where can I lift it into the air? There is a massive tree here. Therefore, I need to make a very, very long runway for it. Probably 3 times the size of the one that we have at the airport. Am I willing to spend time on this? Rather yes than no. What are my options, guys? I really want to fly it. To create a runway, a huge number of blocks were needed. So in the evening, I even managed to return to the base and take the entire inventory. The whole night and the entire next day, I was busy creating this runway. Good morning. This plane looks just amazing. But this runway is just not long enough for it to accelerate at all. So I have to continue building it. I've already run out of cobblestone. One of the main problems was that it was not enough to take off on a plane. I still had to land it. So I wanted to make a runway really safe and with a massive margin for error. Well, okay friends, let's start our engines. So I have one engine. I'm starting the second one. Full engines. Wow, what a huge plane, guys. I really hope that the runway is long enough. Wait, we're flying. We're flying. Let's go. Oh my god. Now that's a real plane. Look at the dashboard, everything is lit up, there's so many buttons. To be honest, I don't think it's very convenient to move around this map, but it's definitely very fast and most importantly, massive. On it, I can probably fly to some tropical islands. Oh my god, now this is a real plane, guys. But there was still a problem. I couldn't land it properly because the runway was just too narrow and my render distance was way too small. No matter how big it is, I still wouldn't have enough time to land this plane. And for this plane, my render distance has to go on the max. You might think that I'm flying, but in fact, I landed it in the mountains. The landing was quite neat, so to speak. Well, in any case, the plane is standing here. This is the only way I managed to land it. To be honest, I didn't really intend to land it, but tomorrow I'll drive home for the key and assemble it into an object and put it right back on the runway. Wait, what's that over there? I landed in the mountains. I don't know where at all. I get out of the plane and I see something that's glowing in the middle of the mountain. Okay, many subscribers will say that everything is set up here, but I'm telling you that I ended up here purely by accident. I didn't even see this when I was flying. How is this here? What even is this? I'm in complete shock right now because the map is huge and my plane landed here purely by accident where some kind of underground laboratory is located. There's even a note here. No, there's nothing written here. As a result, it turned out that this is a secret unfinished dungeon that my team was working on. They didn't add it to the plot and into the game. And sometime maybe I should have found this dungeon by using a note. But it turned out that they didn't finish it and just left it here. This is a really cool find that really lifted my spirits. There wasn't much loot there and no plot stuff either. So I went home because tomorrow was another day. On day 84, I decided to make the entire fence, starting from my fence near my house, ending with the fence of the airport. It took me the whole day to do everything. Today, I decided to continue the search for that very location, namely the Cosmodrome. I decided to fly on my little old jet because the Boeing is just too big. Purely in theory, the Cosmodrome was supposed to be located near the plant because it was said so in the notes, and the notes did not lie. Because literally by the evening, I was already there. I was really shocked that I actually found it. Okay, we're landing. I finally found this spaceport. I thought it would never happen. Okay guys, I'm right in the middle of a tornado. Let's hide in some building because there's a very strong wind outside and just a downpour. Okay, so guys, I seem to be in some kind of fort. Oh, what the hell are those monsters? Who even are you? These mutants. I understand there's like these spawners here and there's a lot of monsters. I think that this is one of the most extreme locations, so I think it'll be hot here today. Okay, I've dealt with these ones. I think it'd be better to spend the night here now. I have some coarse dirt. We'll now close everything and wait for the morning. Oh my god, what is some kind of scorpion doing there? Okay, good morning friends, let's leave our shelter. Okay, good news, look, the tornado is over, and it's good because I almost got swept away yesterday. Our task is to loot here as much as possible and to see what kind of location it is. Here's the port, by the way. Some kind of boat, it seems. I'll just loot all this bit by bit. The locations here, of course, are pretty interesting. And these scorpions are especially interesting here. I don't really want to deal with them now. After that, I ended up in some kind of abandoned building of the port administration, and even the Cosmodrome as a whole. The first thing I did was find a note in this building. More information and instructions from the science center will arrive soon. They may have figured out how to solve the shuttle landing mobility issue. Interesting. Everything is so abandoned. Oh, archive! Archives is our thing! So, if there's no note here, then I'll be pretty mad at this game. I need a note! Witch Cleaver and Earth element. Where's the note? Guys, I did not find the note. Well, what can I do? Not always everything happens the way I want. Honestly, guys, we need to loot this place as soon as possible. Because here, as I understand, a new hurricane is going to happen. I think it's already starting. There have never been so many hurricanes in all of our survival. There's just a huge number of them here. I'm guessing that the rocket took off from here. And over here, by the way, oh, there's a chest. A Deraflux acid fibrillator? A saw that can cut rocks. This item, as it turns out, was an ordinary saw. Builders, you're simply the best. Okay, that's it. We took this item and now we just need to return home. Unless this tornado just blows me away, because this is one of the biggest ones I've ever seen. Airplane, I'm coming to you. Let's get out of here. Finding this item was a big event for me. We've been looking for it for a very long time, and now we can finally activate our shuttle. Friends, the day has come. I collected 6 iron blocks, a stack of redstone, and of course, a Deraflux acid fibrillator. Well, let's click and see what happens. Oh my god, what did just appear in my hand? Wait, an oxygen mask? Wait, can I put it on? Oh my god, I think I didn't activate the shuttle, but I activated a whole mod called Galaxycraft. The whole map has been updated. Now new ores appear underground, such as copper, tin, and aluminum. All of them will be needed in order to later make a rocket, oxygen tanks, and a lot of everything that we need in order to fly into space. Well, I don't know why, but I think that the ending of our survival will be in space. We need a lot of fossils. So on day 88, 89, and even 90, I was busy extracting all these resources and slowly starting to craft the necessary items. From day 91 to day 94, I was busy crafting a huge amount of items and blocks that were needed for my flight. Guys, everything seems to be ready. So look here, I prepared all the components that I need in order to craft a rocket. Well, also large oxygen tanks and everything I need in order not to die in space. And now we'll craft everything. On day 96, I finally got the rocket up and I was ready to launch. The countdown is starting, guys. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Let's fly! Woo! Look, you can even see the Earth. It looks so small. Oh my god. We're in the stratosphere. On day 97, I got to the space station. Now my task was to get inside. Okay guys, right now the Earth is right under me. And we have this mini space station right there, which I need to get into. Here the weightlessness feels differently, so I have to somehow get in there. I'm really levitating, guys. That's insane. Oh, excellent. I'm inside. Okay, there's some kind of lever right there. What's written over there? So, turn off natural disasters completely. Here's the very lever that we need. Alright guys, I'm pressing it. What? Nothing happened? Oh wait, a book and quill appeared. Zeman, congratulations. You saved the planet and completed the survival. Space is an interesting topic for 100 days. Thank you for watching this video, guys. The survival is over. All the links are in the description, and good luck to everybody. Bye!